It's like you already click here to start streaming. Okay. Hello everybody. How's everybody doing? Can you all hear me? I hope you all can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you all hear me? Good evening. Hello. Joshua Robinson. Hello, Joshua. Thank you for your contributions as always. I do appreciate you. I hope you know that. Thank you so very much. Thank you for joining us. That's the most important thing, right? Can you all hear me? Give me a thumbs up, you guys, if you all can hear me. Yes. Okay. Awesome. Hello, YouTube. Okay. So let me just take a moment here and thank every one of you all. Clary Fairchild, Pamela Hewitt, Patty Burns, Shelley Dietrich, I hope I said that correct. Donna Nix, Carla Kennard, Queen of Wands, Patty Burns, Susie Gomez, Kim Wright, Sherilyn Schaffner, Laurie Engen, Wanda Richardson, Leslie Theunison, of course Joshua, then Pamela Hewitt, Susie Gomez, Tainted Meat, Stephanie Hershey, Joan Harkins, Sherilyn Schaffner again, Verde, Susie Gomez, Carla Kennard, of course I mentioned that, Nia, Laurie Fuller, Joshua Robinson, of course, as always, hello to you, Chantel Diaz, Lisa E, D. Naomi, Donna Nix, Whisper to Me. That's a cool name. That's new to me. So welcome to our little real family. Mimi Loso. Oh, from Canada. Hello. Lisbeth Abane. Hello. Christina. Okay. Nikki Lou. Lori Engen. Melvin C. Okay. Love Wins. I love that. That's a cool name. Deb Wilson. Yeti. Joetti. Joette, I think I got that. Joette Winters, Proud Mom. All right, Emre, Lady Coin, Yupa, that's a cool name. Heather Thompson, Gag Girl. Okay, I hope I haven't missed. I'm sure I'm going to miss some of your names. I do apologize for that. Misty Grantham, Biker Babe. Hello, all of y'all. Thank you so very much for joining me. I do appreciate y'all. Wait, let me see. Pauline Raab, then Inge Mona, Torre from Denmark. Hey Inge, welcome. I'm so glad you're able to join us. Sweet Pea, Wellington Witch, Dana Andrews, Lady Coin, Yupoke, Love Wins, of course. Susie DeMars, thank you Susie. Persephone's mom, Haley Franklin, Brandy Bagwell, Jill Levine, Amanda, Chances Fate, Michelle Graves, Sweetie Pays 79, Gag Girl, Bert Bailey, hello Tracy, hello Gloria, Shay Laughter, Cheryl Long, Bambi Main, Bruno Lanera, Ianarella Real Estate. I hope I got that from Australia. Ooh. Welcome. Janelle Coy, Christina Vaughn, Linda Summons, Alice Brewer. All right. Dream you. Okay. Because I'm going to, at the rate I'm going the rest of the video, I'm going to be just calling out your names. I mean, I hope you understand that the premise of wanting to actually call out your names is to acknowledge the fact that y'all are here and y'all are joining me. I so appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so very much. And to all our newcomers to the real family, thank you for joining us. We are... what's the word? We are the real family, right? A small group of people who share the same morals and principles and code of ethics and appreciate, the blessings in life. And of course, as everybody else who's present here, the goal is to be able to shed some light on these cases and, look at things from a different perspective, because each and every one of you brings something to the table, correct? Something positive to the table. So, who knows, during the course of these conversations and sharing of ideas and opinions, what might come of it, right? So, who knows? And in case I'm looking a little puffy faced, it's because I just fell asleep on the couch for a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. And I was telling Mark, I was like, oh my God, please make sure I wake up on time. And I'd set the alarm on my phone. So, anywho, so thank you all for being here. One thing I want to say to everybody is, I just, if y'all are ready for this, I just want to take, I don't know, maybe 20 seconds. I would really appreciate it if all of y'all join me on this. It's not going to cost anybody. Yes, please hit that thumbs up button, give me the likes, subscribe, etc. I really appreciate. Can we just like take 20 seconds, okay, literally just 20 seconds, have a moment of silence just to acknowledge all these beautiful people who have lost their lives very tragically and unfortunately at the hands of their loved ones, people who they thought that they really loved and they cared for. It's very, very sad. Maya Millete, Gabby Petito, and Suzanne Morphew, and numerous people. So can we at this moment, give me a thumbs up, y'all, okay? Can we just 10-20 seconds at least take a moment, have a NK, hello from India, hello, Barbara Rosen, hello. Let's take a moment of silence. Let's have a moment of silence, okay? Whatever you want to say. I'm just going to take just 20 seconds, okay? Okay, thank you, y'all. Just, I feel like, thank you so very much. It's just a little prayer I said, because I was thinking about it. I said, we may not have known these people personally. We may not have met them personally. They might not be our neighbors or friends or family, whatever. But through the media and through what we have in terms of the interweb and the connectivity and the modern, modes of communication, I feel like every one of us can confidently say, we have come to know of these individuals a little bit better than we would have normally as strangers, right? So just to acknowledge that and to say a moment of, a prayer to them and, just that sort of a thing. So thank you all for doing that with me. I really appreciate that. And one more thing I want to say to any one of us over here, we don't know who joins us on these live streams, right? If we have anybody from law enforcement, if you have anybody from, FBI or whatever, these investigators or the police or whoever, yes, on many occasions, we know, as you yourself know, that the police have dropped the ball in certain cases. And we also have to acknowledge the fact that a lot of cases have been resolved because of your grit and your diligence and being focused on the job you'll do. So I just want to take this moment to thank you all for all the effort you put in. Please know that we do appreciate you. Another thing is, I want to say thank you to all the people who serve in the armed forces, right? Whichever, Navy, Air Force, the military, whatever. I just want to say thank you all. The sacrifice you have made to keep us citizens safe, to give us this blessing and the pleasure of being able to do all these things just because we feel safe. Thank you, Laurie Engen. I do appreciate your generosity. Thank you so much. So I want to say thank you to all of y'all who are in the armed forces and to your families as well, because I truly feel that it's not just those who are in the military and the armed forces who sacrifice, but your family members also sacrifice so much. So thank you all, okay? So that said, and I just, let me get a sip of water and let's get started. There we go. Okay. So with regards to this case, as we all know, it's been very tiring, very taxing, very traumatic for so many people. You did keep saying you felt he was deceased. Yeah, I felt so. May perpetual light shine upon them and may they all rest in peace. Yeah, I agree. Yes, we want Summer to be found. They are our fellow human beings. Absolutely, absolutely. from San Pedro, California, P. Menes, hello, thank you for joining us. Wellington Witch, hello. So yes, absolutely, it's very, very sad, it's very unfortunate. And even the Maya Milete case, I just posted a video, update type of a video for her, because her husband was arrested. And I hope, the only thing is, I think I should say the biggest hope that I have is for these cases to come to fruition, and I would be very appreciative if none of these cases become cold cases, because once they become cold cases, that's it, right? But then again, hope is the last to die. How many times have we read in the news that 20 years later, 30 years later, these cases have been resolved? So let's always maintain that hope, right? So let me see. Dana Andrews, hello. Kim Wright, Carmen Carizales, hello. Mama Sabe, hello, girl. All right. Mama Sabe, thank you. Afro-Human, hello, honey. All right. Blue Butterfly, hello. Shiva Kendall, hello. All right. So let's get on with this, right? I may not focus on the messages. They said he was found in a place that up till recent was underwater. Yeah, so I'm going to get into a lot of that stuff. Let me see. Okay, so like I have been saying from the very beginning, I felt that he was either going to off himself or he was pretty gone. I kind of felt that. Now, as we all know, and all of us have watched the news and all that good stuff, like don't you find it very, very odd that somehow, hundreds of people from law enforcement and FBI have been searching and they never found anything with cadaver dogs and this, that, and the other? Then the dingleberries, they turn out and they go straight to the place and they find all this evidence. I find that very, very suspect. So like I had posted a comment, I said, for me, I really want to get a third party, do an investigation on the remains that they found, and for me to believe 100% that it is him, those remains. Having said that, I truly believe that he's gone, he's done for. It's also like, another thing that really gets to me is the fact that how very unemotional and cold the Laundries have been. Like, how as human beings can you not at all react? I think the most emotions I've seen out of that family, the father or the mother or the sister or anybody, is somebody had put a little sign up, what if it was Cassie, right? And the way he stomped out of his door and grabbed that particular sign and walked off, that was the most emotion I've seen, be displayed by anybody from that family, which is so odd. She mentioned if he wasn't found in 13 days. Yeah, I was very clear about that. Yep. Yes, by power lines too, or was that, yeah. And Lynn's case is watching after Amaya Robertson's video. I'm going to do one more for Amaya Robertson. So, and I also said the other day on my last video, something like that, I said, Mr. Grantham says Dingleberry nowhere. So, we'll get into that another time. Folks, I have a vocabulary, just so you know. Hello from Connecticut again. Okay, great. So, another thing that I find really odd is the weird disconnected statements their what's his face's name, their attorney makes, right? The Laundrie's attorney, like, that guy is coming off as being a little bit of a doofus. Like, does he really know? Rocky Brown, thank you, Rocky. I appreciate your generosity. Thank you so much, and most importantly, thank you for joining us. Kala Khanar said, I don't think you're showing emotion publicly, but privately I think they are freaking out. Yeah, that's true. I understand that, but it's like, it's so weird. But their attorney is something else altogether. He's a piece of work, I have to say. So the saddest thing is that the Petito family, yeah, it's tough for them. Yes, he was found out after the planets stopped their retrograde. Yeah, a lot of planets have either they've come out of retrograde. Let's put it that way. Most importantly, Mercury, right? How does a body decompose that quickly? I am not a scientist or a doctor, but I suppose, considering that there was so much of water, etc., etc., it would have. But here's a funny thing: cadaver dogs can sniff out cadavers when they are buried in the earth and underwater. How come the cadaver dogs didn't sniff this out? That's so weird. And the fact that that little excuse me, that little video clip excuse me, I saw where Chris Laundrie, isn't it? That's the father's name. He actually picked up that bag, right? That bag that had the evidence or whatever material. He is actually holding that bag. How in God's name are you even allowed to touch that kind of stuff? Contaminated. So, SJ11 says, welcome home. Thank you, honey. Yes, the parents will be punished. Will we ever know what actually happened? No, I don't think so. Okay, let's get on with the reading, okay? I may not focus on the comments, y'all, because I'm going to be focusing on this. The special scientist policeman on duty, Ron, explained it, and he said the only way the dogs didn't smell him is if they didn't take the dogs to that particular area. Exactly, because cadaver dogs would 100% sniff that out, 100%. Okay. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. Balance, Libra. Mercury, we just came out of Mercury retrograde, didn't we? Capricorn. I'll show you guys the cards. Hang on, okay? The Sun card, light is going to be shared. Things are going to come under the spotlight. The fire, burn baby burn. All right, you guys ready? That attorney is somebody else. I don't know how he got his license. Sometimes I feel like he's like speaking through the wrong orifice. I kid you not. If you know what I mean. Cops messed up, yeah. Yeah, that's a weird thing. Like, how come the parents have so much of leeway in terms of going there and touching this and touching that and doing all that stuff? Like, how? Oh, did I show you this? The fire card. Justice is going to be served, y'all, one way or the other. Even though what's his fool, Brian is no more, there's going to be a small victory for the Petito family because I feel like the parents are going to be brought to justice one way or the other, either tampering with the evidence or obstructing justice or whatever that may be. I had a dream last night that alligators were around me, and today made me wonder if that was Brian's experience. I honestly don't think the alligators would have even sniffed at him. They would have been like, yuck, this is gross, we don't want to get this in our belly. Sorry, I'm being maybe harsh, but whatever. I also have to say, y'all, I have to say, this has been my struggle within myself. Like I said many a time, at the end of the day, they're still parents, they're still human beings, they still have feelings and affections. They also lost a child. Should we feel sorry for them? Should we feel bad for them? But on the other hand, I'm so conflicted because of their behavior. I feel like they do not warrant my sympathy. They don't warrant my respect. And I have that little bit of an internal struggle. I know I shouldn't be like that and probably not the right thing to do as a human being. But I'm finding it very, very difficult to have any kind of a sympathy for them or to empathize with them or anything. I can't. Yeah, gosh. Texas Perry, hey girl, how are you? Attorney acts like most, many arrogant, overbearing, angry. Yeah. Lawyer is long-time family friend, no kidding. Turns out Brian is everyone's worst nightmare. He's pure. Remember, I had said y'all that, wait, did I show you these cards? Let me show you and then we'll get on with this. Okay? Remember, I had said that somebody else is helping him, not just the parents. It's almost like handing over the baton and saying, okay, we can take you so far, now so and so is going to take you so far. Definitely, there are other people also who have assisted him. Brian could not have gotten away with so much and for so long without the help and assistance of other people. If he had just relied on his parents, it would not have gotten him so far. He would have definitely been caught if it wasn't for that. Do you think he's actually, yeah, I do. I do believe he's deceased. And of course, we'll ask the cards. You thought before that he was going to be dead, but the card said no. Yeah, I understand that. I think that's why you were getting both answers, because his death could be staged. Yeah, that's true. But I believe that he is dead. But I'm going to ask the cards one more time, okay? So now looking at this, we have Libra, Mercury, Capricorn, Sun and the Fire card. Then we have the Magician, then the Tower, the Emperor, the Fool and the Justice card. With Libra and Justice at both ends, definitely there is justice that is going to be served. Absolutely, justice is going to be served. It's not going to be what they expected. Remember, I had said in my previous video that they're going to get, this case is going to take a sudden turn. It's going to do a 180 turn. Do you remember that? Here we go. So, there is going to be some sort of a small justice, some sort of a small closure. Now, since we got out of Mercury retrograde, this case is going to pick up momentum, okay? This is definitely going to pick up momentum, as we've seen. Then we have Capricorn. Now, what is Capricorn? As we all know, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. And Saturn is all about constriction. Saturn is all about forcing you to take a look at, your flaws, your irregularities, your inefficiencies. And Saturn is going to give you an opportunity to fix yourself. The Laundrie family has got a small window of opportunity to come clean and say, I'm sorry, we messed up, we whatever, we are willing to come forth, we're willing to talk. And if they do that, then the sun is going to shine bright on them and they will be able to get away with lesser, punishment. But they're not. They're not. And it's going to be, and the reason I say they're not is because they have the Fool card right under the Sun card, and then of course they have the Fire card. They're not. They are like, whatever, I'm telling you, they're going to burn for this. They are going to burn one way or the other. Now with the Magician, right, with the Magician card, it's all about, having that powerful energy to be able to create magic, to be able to do whatever you need to summon up new ideas, to summon up new things. Under the Libra card, right, under Libra we have the Magician. So I'm going to say that new evidence, more evidence is going to keep coming forward. I made a live stream. See, Daisy, I'm glad you made it. Gabby Petito parents turn their grief into goodness by helping other victims. Yes. So I feel like there is some more evidence that is going to be brought forth or summoned, or maybe new charges are going to be summoned. With regards to this case. Now, under Mercury, we have the Tower card, and the Tower card is like, yeah, Mercury is out of retrograde. Now, you guys are, it's like, the Tower card, you're going down one way or the other. Look, it's like, now we are out of Mercury retrograde, it's like, then we have, it is definitely this whole situation with this family, the Laundrie family is going to disintegrate. And then we have, and have you noticed one more thing? The sister Cassie, all of a sudden she's gone quiet. She came out and she made that statement which I didn't buy for a second, and now radio silence. So, under Capricorn we have the Emperor card. Emperor card is ruled by Aries. Listen, this is the Aries full moon. You all know that, right? Aries, the full moon is in Aries. When is it? Today, tomorrow, day after? Isn't that when the full moon is? So, yeah, this is a very, very important time and phase for this particular case. Then we have the Fool card below the Sun card. Yeah, all this thing about, let's take a giant leap of faith, let's be nonchalant, let's be kind of, la-di-da and everything is going to be fine. No, it's not. It's not. You're wearing a mask. Look at this guy. He is wearing a mask. Absolutely. Look at that bag. Was that the bag of evidence that they planted? No. Chris Laundrie is the one who's going to crack first. Then we have the Justice card under the Fire card. Absolutely, justice is going to be served. Justice is going to be served. Okay, we absolutely have that. Look at that. These people are crazy, y'all. They're asking me to do. What did I do? Here, let's put this back in order because they want me to pull some other cards. Yeah, let's do that. Oh. 100% So, what do we say here? So, with Gemini is ruled by Mercury, correct? And what is Mercury? Mercury is the element that is very quick to, gift of the gab. Will say whatever you need to say to get things moving. Gemini is also very, what's the word? Very scattered energy, right? And then we have the air energy. The air is fanning the flames of Mercury. The air card over here under Mercury and the Tower card. The air is kind of like recharging this whole thing. And then you have the Water card. The Water card, again, water is emotions. Water is stillness. Water is Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. We have that under the Capricorn card, right? Under the Emperor card. Some more evidence is going to pop up from underwater. That was buried underwater. I almost want to say some more evidence regarding a ship or not a ship, like a boat or a ship is going to come up. I feel like regarding somebody's property that is going to be checked. But it is almost, I see a dock and I see something docked over there. I can't tell you what kind of a boat or a ship, or it's not a cruise line or anything. It's a private little thingy, yacht or whatever, the small little thingamajiggies. Somebody's property is going to be seized for evidence. Then we have Virgo. What is Virgo? Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is coming out of retrograde. So this is a very integral part for this particular case right now. Mercury is out of retrograde and we have the full moon in Aries, and then we have Pluto. Okay, Pluto rules Scorpio. Okay, so I'm telling you, y'all, this case is going to there's more to come from this case. There is more to come from this case. And what is Pluto? Pluto is all about regeneration. So if they have missed anything, they're going to go back and reopen certain avenues or certain skipped opportunities. 100% they're going to go back and revisit that. So if law enforcement or the FBI have not focused too much on a particular avenue of investigation, they're going to go back and they're going to say, no, we are going to really, this is the time for us to go back and open that investigation or pursue that avenue or pursue that evidence and try to delve into a little deeper. Remember you said something would happen between, they found him, exactly. They found him 1 month after finding Gabby's body, and yes, absolutely. Hey Candace from Australia, can you please lower camera a little so we can see the cards? Okay, let me see. There. Actually, let me see if I can raise the... Hang on, you guys. Right? Let me see if this might help. Does that help? Yeah, okay. Is this Brian's only murder could have been... Okay, I'm asking yes or no questions. I'm going to ask for sure if he is dead. Let's just ask, okay? I may have to step out in a bit to get some more water, y'all. Bear with me. Not just now, but in a moment. Should have had that organized, but hey, you know me, I fly by the seat of my pants, right? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes, he is deceased. He is deceased. Oh my goodness. Almost scared the bejesus out of me. Ah. Shuffle again, okay. Oh my. %100% he is deceased. Very, very unbelievable, incomprehensible dynamics in the Laundrie family. I do not get that. I don't understand. Yes, thank you, Delvin. We're going to keep our fingers crossed. Let's ask. Yeah, I do. Thank you, Texas Patriot. I'm so glad I'm back here in my familiar environment. So 2 out of 3 says yes, that he is deceased. Absolutely, he's deceased. Yeah, he's deceased. They have also not completely... I bet you're happy to be here. Yes, I am. How did he die and when? It doesn't matter. Honestly, I don't give a flip. He's dead, he's dead. I really don't care. I hope he had a horrendous death. I know I shouldn't be saying things like that, but after what he did, it's like he doesn't deserve any empathy, any sympathy from me. Do you see if Gabby had blunt force trauma to the... Yes, I did. I actually said that on the video that I did for Gabby. I said on the side over here, let me tilt this a little bit. See over here? I feel like from behind he hit her, she fell, and when she fell and she turned and looked at him is when she flipped over and he whatever. I said that in one of those videos. Thank you, Sherilyn. Did he leave any clues in the notebook? Yes, he has. Yes, he has. Did he confess in... Hang on. I really think he staged... absolutely... it's just reported that a manner of death could not be determined, sending bones away for... They are not going to be able to get a specific manner of death because the amount of remains that they have is not enough. Even if they won't, because they don't have any tissue, right? So they won't be able to tell if he consumed anything to kill himself, or if there's no flesh on the bones, they won't be able to tell whether it was a gunshot. Well, gunshot wound to the head, you can say, because the skull would have cracked or whatever, or any trauma like that. Or if he had fallen and cracked his skull, you can tell all that. But if there's a poison or a, overdose or anything like that, you really wouldn't be able to tell if there's no tissue. There's more. You mentioned in several readings you felt he would kill himself. Yeah, I definitely knew that. As far as Gabby's autopsy is, they're not releasing some key information of that. That's going to come through. Mainstream media is just getting worse and worse on treating the public like we are idiots. Absolutely. I mean, do they think that we don't know? I mean, we're all smart, accomplished individuals, and we've been blessed with some intelligence. We can see through all the bullcrap that they're putting out there. They need to stop. Maybe the animal and lair you saw could be. Yes. But bone marrow, Renee, what are they going to do with bone marrow? I don't know, honey. I'm not a forensic person. They are sending the few things they have to anthropologists to analyze. Attorney boy is mad about it. Well, attorney boy can kiss everybody's behind because he needs to have his butt whooped into shape because he talks like a ding-dong, ding-along himself. Like, really, he's licensed? Where in God's world did he get his license? Which law school did he pass out of? That fellow, I can't... don't even get me started on him. Testing pulp in the teeth, I don't know, honey. Possibly. Like I said, I'm not a forensic or a scientist type of way. It's not about how and when for sympathy. It's about, was he a coward? Oh, he absolutely was a coward. He killed himself. He wasn't attacked by an animal. He killed himself, and then, animals, scavengers. It's better you don't say how he died. Make sure if he was. Yeah, okay. Okay. I see him sitting on a rock and crying, his eyes welling up with tears. I don't believe it was a gunshot. I believe it was a knife. Yes, he killed himself. It wasn't so much an attack by animals. After he died, yeah, they would have probably scavenged and disintegrated his body. I don't believe he's alive anymore. Shuffle once more. He offed himself. Okay, so here's my theory, okay? The parents knew that Gabby was missing. He confessed to his parents that, he had an argument, he had a fight with Gabby, whatever. I didn't mean to, but, that's or whatever excuse he gave them. He definitely did tell his parents he definitely did tell his parents that he killed and he's responsible for Gabby's death. And the parents definitely, took him out camping, etc., to kind of gather their thoughts and figure out what to do and how to do, etc. And he told his parents he wanted a couple of days just to be with himself, to kind of think things through before he came back home and then go to the police. Okay, and he begged and pleaded his parents, like, I just need a couple of days just to kind of figure out my thoughts. This is the last time I'm going to have freedom in my life. So, this is the last time I'm going to have freedom. I just want to, Alice, it's great to have you back. Thank you, honey. I need to kind of, enjoy my freedom, enjoy my couple of days, and then I'll be back, and then I'm going to go to the police station and surrender myself. That's what he told his parents, and his stupid parents bought into his story, and they came back home and he had no intentions of coming back. He had no intentions of surrendering himself, because he could never live a life in prison, and that's when he offed himself. Yeah, for magically finding him. I would be so mad if they end up getting the reward money. Seriously. Where the parents are one pushing the lawyer. The lawyer is definitely, like, I would say that his parents are definitely very aggressive and kind of almost directing the attorney. But there are certain aspects to the attorney and his skill sets where he's like, no, we can't do this, we can't do that. But the parents are very, very forceful. He was deceased for nearly 5 weeks. The elements got to the body, which is why there are bones. There was water around to which interfered. Yeah, the parents did no favors. They would have known he's dead. Yes. Yes, I really think when they did the family trip, that was when they all decided to let him do his deal. I would say that the intention was not that during that time he was going to off himself. It was literally, I know I'm going to go to jail. I know I'm going to come back and turn myself in. I'm never going to be a free man again. I need a couple of days just to sort out my emotions, sort out my feelings. And once I do that, I'm going to come back, or I'm going to call you or whatever, get in touch with you. And then I'll go and turn myself in. And the parents were like, okay, we'll give you 48 hours. If you don't, we'll come back and try and get you. We're going to come back and get you. You got 48 hours. And hugs and kisses and I love you, mom. I love you, dad. Tell Cassie I love her and all that usual stuff. And the moment the parents went back home is when he offed himself. So he offed himself that very last day that he met with his parents. That's what I'm saying. Who is this? Sherilyn Schaffner. Thank you, Sherilyn. He's dead. I am convinced about that. There's no ifs and buts about it. Absolutely no ifs and buts about it. Interesting, Queen of Pentacles. Right out of the bat. There is a small victory with regards to this case for the Gabby family, Gabby Petito's family. A small victory. There is going to be some rejoicing with regards to what's going to come out in terms of how this is going to play. But it's not a real victory. It's almost like, okay, fine. This is the most we can get out of it. Did he leave any clues? Yeah, I think I answered that question. Definitely, if this is the most we're going to get out of this case, we are going to be satisfied with it. They don't have a choice. Then we have Knight of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles, right? So what is a Knight of Pentacles? It's a reliable person who has patience and who is not afraid to put in the hard work. And the Page of Pentacles is somebody who is patient, who is willing to raise money, who does have the ability to raise money and to spread the news about certain things, to be able to raise money, which I think is the Petito family. I'm also going to say that as far as the Petito family is concerned, they will pursue a civil suit against the Laundrie family, and I wouldn't be surprised if they actually win it. So it's a small victory of kinds. For them, at the end of the day, all they wanted was to bring Brian to justice. So I'm also concerned for, what's her name? I don't know the mother's name. Father, I think, is Chris, right? I'm actually also concerned about the mother's mental state. In the sense, like, concerned as in, like, I wouldn't be surprised if she hasn't already, but she will have a real pretty severe mental breakdown. I think the Laundries are the most hated family in America, right? Because of the way they've handled things, not responded, not given a statement, nothing. This was in the reverse, fertility, chapel in the bed. So this is the union of marriage, right? So there's definitely a cracking of the relationship between the father and mother. That's kind of, there are cracks appearing over there. So as far as profitable agreement, contracts and watching your spending, they are most certainly moving around their assets and their funds. They're spending a lot of money they're paying what's his face's name? The attorney a lot of money to handle the so-called situation. They're also paying off a lot of people. I feel like these are paying off the other people who helped Brian. Bad luck in fortune, okay, possible jinx, inauspicious settings. It is not going to bode very well for the Laundries. One way or the other, it's not. They may kind of get away with certain things, like certain aspects of the case, but one way or the other, they are going to be held accountable, either civil, with a civil suit, or even criminal. The police may go after them and say they're tampering evidence, this, that and the other, or withholding evidence, or lying to the FBI. You lie to the FBI, you're basically digging your own grave. And so that's a little bit hang on one second, y'all. Apparently she was spotted wearing black dress and black veil today at home. Open the window so everybody could see. Oh, she can, whatever. Wait. Yeah. I have a feeling Chris and Roberta are going to part ways because there are cracks in that relationship. I don't believe we ever do our children a favor by not making them accountable. Absolutely. Yes, the lawyer did. Yes, 100%. Yes, she did. She did suffer. Gabby did suffer because he strangled her. She was fighting for every gasp. It's like the parents stuck their heads in the ground and hoped it would all go away thing. But here's the thing. If it comes out, if they're able to prove that the last visit to the wilderness, wherever the heck they went, as a family, Brian, his father and mother, that was the last time they ever saw of him, and then they turned around and came back, and they were going to give him 48 hours, and then he was going to turn himself in, and that is enough to fix them, because they should have straight away gone to the police, because he basically confessed to them. And if they didn't go to the police at that time, that is a crime, right? Yes. Okay, I'm not going to get sucked into those comments now, because that, as I know, it kind of literally draws me into it. We have Aries, we have 10. I'll show you guys, hang on a minute. I will show you guys. Oh, Hang on, you guys. I just need to get some paper over here that I have some information on. Shoot. Where is it? I'm right here, you guys. I'm trying to find some paperwork here. Yes. Mercury, man. Seriously, look at this, you guys. 10 is completion, right? 10 is completion. Who is this? Aries, right? Who is this guy? Mercury. We're just out of Mercury retrograde and Aries full moon. 10 is a completion. This case is going to be closed. It's not what we all wanted. We definitely wanted to see Brian brought to justice. We want to see himself in shackles and, you know, that sort of stuff, wearing the orange is the new black type of situation, or whatever the color they wear. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen. But this case is 100% going to be resolved, closed, let me put it that way. It's not going to be the kind of victory that they expected, but it is definitely going to be a small victory. Yeah, bone marrow will have the DNA, yes. Yes, it is a case of snapped, absolutely. But didn't the lawyer previously say he had not talked to Brian then today? That's what I'm saying, that lawyer is a turd. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. So, this is what I got. Somebody in law enforcement is going to lose their job over this case, just so you know. They are going to go back into that brush, into the wilderness over there, and they're going to start knocking down some of those bramble, because they are going to go back and dig and see if they can get more information. The mother is in a bit of a tight situation in terms of, I think she's going to crack. I really think she's going to break down and crack. I wish you would do the Monon Trail Girls. Okay, I don't know what that is, but I will look into it. How are they going to convict him for the murder? Like he's dead. Yeah, they'll say that, yeah, he's the one who's... So basically his name is tarnished, but really who cares, because he doesn't exist anymore. So anyhow, let's move on. Completely avoidable. Completely avoidable. She's going to do her level best to distance herself from the case now. His mother. You'll be amazed at what I see, the cards. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, what did I say? The mother's going to break 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards, right? Let me show you. Female, okay? Female, okay? Female. What are the odds that all these 5 cards are female? She is definitely going to go and seek another source of assistance. She's going to say, I don't know, I feel like I need to speak to another attorney and to get some other guidance and get some help. And then we have 2, the High Priestess, which is ruled by the moon, right? It's a mystical quietness, it's something remains hidden, etc. Considering it is ruled by the moon, I am definitely saying she is going through a really, really, really intense emotional swing. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Did he kill? I'm not going to answer that question. No, he did not. I'm not going to answer that question, but I did. No, he did not kill that couple. Very intense emotional upswing and emotional swings. Very, very intense. Very, very intense. She is also desperately seeking to come out of it because it's like a nightmare. I can't deal with it. I want out. But then again, she is the one who I feel is going to spill the secrets before Chris does. And then you have 21, which is the world completion, success through spiritual rebirth. She is the one who holds the key to all the evidence. She is the one who holds the key. If she breaks, they'll get all the information. 4 of Swords. Look at this card. She is having a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression, a lot of nightmares. She is finding it very, 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 very difficult to deal with this. Sounds terrible, but I'm happy the Laundries are feeling the unbearable loss of their child. Yeah. Yes, I told you, probably you're joining her. He did confess to his parents that he killed her. He did. He did not tell them the whole truth. He said, oh, I got mad at her, she got mad at me, and that's what happened. He would never have admitted that he is a psycho. He knew his life was over. He knew it. He knew he didn't want to go to prison. He knew that he was the most hated person in America. And he was like very clear about it. I'm not going to deal with this. I'm just going to go on my own terms. Yes. Yes. She holds the key because she is probably the one that set things up. Pretty controlling woman though. I'm telling you, if I get all female cards, we know exactly what's going on there. Oh my goodness. I can't, y'all. I just can't. Every single card on this draw has been female. Every single card on this draw has been female. Every single card. So we have the gaslighting card, the 7 of Cups. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the 9 of Pentacles. We have 13, which is the Death card. And then we have 6 of Wands, right? So what does the 7 of Pentacles say? Whatever it is that she thought she could play this game and win, and she said, I know how to deal with it, I'm going to fix it, I'm going to do it. She ended up picking the one with the Grim Reaper. Okay? So she basically gaslighted herself. If she had come forth and said, listen, this is serious stuff, let's stop dicking around and let's go to the police and see if we can strike a bargain or strike a deal, and at least, maybe not get him life in prison, maybe 20 years, insanity, this, that, whatever. She thought she would play it safe and whatever, her son will be safe. Knight of Pentacles. She had no problem spending money. She had no problem doing whatever, whoever she had to pay off, however much it costs. I'm going to make sure my son is safe, my son is safe. But she's also the one who is ultimately going to spill the secret. She's also the one who's going to let the cat out of the bag, and all the information is going to come through, because she's going to say, if there's one last thing I want to do, I want to clear my son's name. Yeah, fat lot of good that does. I think you are special. I love what you are taking time to help. God bless you. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much, Sherilyn. Thank you, honey. Did he leave any clues? Yes, he did. Yes, he has left little notes for sure. That's the key. If they bring those forward, then everything is open to public. What is the Nine of Pentacles, right? Nine of Pentacles is luxury, self-sufficiency, financial gain, and solo pleasures. But she is like, just to clear my son's name, I'm willing to forego all of those luxuries and money and all that stuff, because she can't bear to think, she can't bear knowing the fact that the people think her son is a monster, because in her eyes, her son is an angel. So she feels like she will do whatever she needs to do to clear his name. She's not going to succeed, because look, 13, death. Okay. It says change and rebirth, but I don't see any change. She may have a little bit of change of heart, but I don't know. She's struggling, y'all. She's got major anxiety. She's got major depression. She's struggling very, very, very much. She is. And then we have the Six of Wands, right? What is the Six of Wands? Six of Wands is victory, award, recognition, good news, and success. She's hoping that by trying and doing whatever she needs to do to clear her son's name, she will be victorious and her son is going to have his name cleared. Nah, not gonna happen. What are the odds, y'all, that every single card I pulled on that draw is the female card? This card has men in it, like you can clearly see men in it, kids in it, men in it, men in it, men, men. Like, what are the odds? I don't get it. Isn't that odd? Like every single one of those cards, 10 cards, one after the other in consecutive order, every one of them were female. Roberta has made every wrong decision. The best she can do now is to talk to the Petito family in humility with a heartfelt apology. She's not even capable of doing that. She won't. I feel the mother is responsible for his death because she left him to do whatever he wants. A good mother won't do nothing like that. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Robin, what was your question? Texas Patriots says, interesting question. Let me see. Hey, what's going on with this? Why is my cursor not moving? There we go. Robin, has Gabby and Brian met up with each other on the other side? Yeah, that's an interesting question. I haven't even touched on this. Hang on. Let me show you the cards though. You saw that, right? So we have 11 Justice, then we have the 10 of Swords, then we have the Knight of Pentacles, we have the Ace of Swords, 7 of Cups, then the Knight of Wands, the World card, 3 of Swords, the Page of Cups, 10 of Wands. What does that mean for us? Justice, decision making, etc. is definitely going to come to be. The mother thought she was making all the right decisions and she decided to do this and do that and take this particular course of action. Come to find out, it backfired on her. Completely backfired on her. Okay? And she thought she will do whatever she needs to be able to clear her son's name, and I got this, Chris, I got this is what we should do, this is what we should do. No. All that stupid thinking is what led to him committing suicide. She really thought she had made the right decision, but unbeknownst to her, she basically made a deal with the devil. This is the gaslighting card. It was the Grim Reaper she chose. There's tremendous amount of regret and guilt now in hindsight. Tremendous amount. She holds a key to basically the world knowing the truth as to what exactly happened. That conversation Brian Laundrie, his father Chris and mother Roberta had that last day when they went camping together, deep conversations. Chris is not going to talk, but she is. She is definitely, she holds a key. She could talk about it and resolve everything. That day when they were all out there in the swamps that day, all 3 of them, he tried to kill himself. He did try to kill himself. They stopped him. And they convinced him and said, take your time, think about it. Yes, we will do everything that we possibly can to make sure you have a reduced sentence and you don't get life in imprisonment. We are going to give you 48 hours to figure things out as you said you wanted. Okay, fine, we understand. Figure things out, and then we're going to come back and pick you up on such and such a date and time. He decided he's had enough of it, of his emotions, and he decided to off himself. He's like, I want out of this realm. I want out of this physical world. And he was like, I'm done. The moment the parents turned their back and went back home, he was like, same day, like suppose I'm just using this as an example. I don't know which day of the week it was. If on Monday and Tuesdays when they went out into the swamp, and Tuesday night the parents went back home, right after they went back home, that very night or early the next morning, like within 12 hours, he offed himself. Because he felt that there was no way under the sun he could set down his burdens. There was no way. He felt extremely burdened, extremely burdened. I can see him sitting there on that little stone and shedding tears. But what's the point? You did what you did. She holds a key, plus she wears the pants in the family. Absolutely. What's Cassie feeling now? Good question. Let's ask. Yes. Twisted. Oh, he's not scot-free in the spiritual realm. He's going to... Oh, no. His... somebody asked, did he meet up with Gabby? His spiritual journey, the evolution of his soul, he has racked up a lot of bad karma. We'll get into that in a bit. Hang on. Let me ask about Cassie. Tell me about Cassie. What does Cassie feel? Tell me about Cassie, Brian's sister, the Laundrie's daughter. What does she feel? Show me about Cassie. She's deserting this family. Cassie is doing everything she can to turn her back away from this family. She's doing everything she can to walk away from this. She has got tremendous amount of guilt, tremendous amount of sleepless nights. She is definitely struggling with her emotions, finding it very difficult and unable to keep up the pretenses. And emotionally, she's walking away from these people. She's like, I can't deal with these people. I can't. I got my own family to think about. I have to definitely walk away, literally abandon this whole situation, put this thing behind me and walk away from it. And then you got the King of Cups, extremely emotional at this point in time. She is definitely unable to sort out her emotions and her feelings. She is having also a lot of struggles, a lot of issues with regards to, her husband has been very supportive, but he's also being very stoic now, and he's also being kind of slightly removing himself from this situation, because he's like, this ship is sinking. I don't want to be a part of this sinking ship. So there's that too that's going on over there. They basically did it to themselves. They ruined their own family. So yeah, definitely feeling left out in the cold for sure. Cassie is definitely feeling left out in the cold. Okay. She definitely feels that she's not going to win this, because the power, somebody else holds the power. Somebody else is the one who's going to determine whether, all this thing is going to be finished and tied up, loose ends tied up and put away. She kind of also feels that her father was Cassie's biggest supporter, but now she feels that the father has also withdrawn his support. She was daddy's daughter, and she feels that daddy's also stopped giving her support. She's very upset with her father. She's like, I thought at least my father will support me. My father will communicate with me. I can't believe my father has abandoned me. And then you have the Eight of Pentacles, right? What is the Eight of Pentacles? Is mastering your craft and enjoying your employment and continuing to work away and chip away, right? She's sitting there and she goes, what have I got now? I have nothing. I have nothing. I have nothing that I can work towards. I have nothing that I can focus on. I have nothing that I can chip away at, because this thing is eating my soul. So she's not very happy with her father. She never got along with her mom, but she always thought her father was on her side. And now, since the father's also turned a cold shoulder, she's finding it very difficult to comprehend that and to understand and accept the fact that the father is not being as communicative with her. She's like, Dad, how could you do this to me? Like, how could you throw me out to the wolves? She feels like her father threw her out to the wolves. I bet $1 million. That is, whoa. People talking $1 million? Hang on now, y'all. Hang on. I bet $1 million that his mom put that notebook in the dry bag. She wants the last word to try and make Gabby look crazy. Yeah, she's doing everything she can to make her son look like he's a saint. So then you feel the Laundries will be charged. I think they will be charged, yes. Cassie and Krishna, I hear you. Wouldn't they compare handwriting? Yes, they would. Who knows, maybe that day that they went and left him at the place, remember the last time they were out together, he had written all these things in his notebook and he gave it to his mom and said, okay, anyway, I'm going to come back home in a couple of days. I don't need this, take it and go home. Maybe he himself gave that notebook to the mom and she was holding on to it, and the last minute she could have come and placed it. That's a possibility. Hold up, wasn't the dad out helping search a couple of weeks? So he's another ding dong. It's all a game, it's all a farce, it's all a show. Yeah, I mean, did you see how he was laughing and joking with that fellow he was riding with in that little golf buggy? Now, Brian Enton tweeted tonight, police confirmed to him that they set up a video surveillance camera before and after Brian fled. One located in neighbor's backyard. I was aware of that. Yeah. Will there be another death in the Laundrie family due to Brian? Be thinking what she thought, that after he killed Gabby, she thought that he was going to be alive too. Yeah. She's like, oh, my son, he's such a saint, it's okay, things happen, moment of madness, we'll get him out of it, psychiatric, this, that, and the other. No. Yes, Cassie was daddy's girl, mother was all about Brian. I don't think they have Gabby's things. Fat shaming, I don't know that. Why? Who's fat shaming? I don't know. Did I miss something? Did I say something? Did I say something that was fat shaming? I hope not. See, Blue Butterfly, when you say Cassie so young, my heart goes out to her. Yeah, I can see what you're saying. I mean, I comprehend that. But Cassie also has information. Why isn't she coming forward with the information? It's not that the parents have not told her anything. She is aware of little bits and pieces of information. She should at least step forth with that. No. Okay, fine. I mean, here's what I say. If the parents didn't want to reach out to Gabby's parents, Cassie at least could have reached out and said, look, I'm so sorry, my parents are not communicating. I myself have been locked out of all of this. I'm so sorry about it. Is there anything I can do to help? She could have at least reached out to them. No, why did she also completely shut them out? If Cassie is truly innocent and she truly has nothing to do with this and it's all her parents, she could have at least reached out to Gabby's people, and said, I'm so sorry, I don't know why my parents are behaving like this. I really don't know. I wish I knew. If I find out, I'll definitely let you know. Is there any record anywhere showing that she reached out to Gabby's parents? Come on. So, why should we feel sorry for her? You think, stuff happens in families, right? Family dynamics, you get along with some, you don't get along with some. She should have at least reached out to them. No, that's the part that bothers me. So Gab's heaven, Brian is hell. The last hope is fat shaming Cassie. Rebecca P. Kirtana at the last hope is fat shaming Cassie. Did I fat shame her? Oh my God, I hope I didn't. If I did, I truly apologize. Whatever it is, we shouldn't do that because then it speaks poorly of my character. I shouldn't do that. What did I say? Now that's going to chew my brains. Now I won't be able to sleep. Somebody tell me, did I fat shame her? If I did, then I will apologize. What did I say? God, fat shaming, anorexic shaming. Wait, whoa, okay, this is kind of getting out of control. Okay, hang on, you guys. Fat shaming, anorexic shaming, overly tall shaming, never kind. However, as humans looking to express our anger, when we are angry, tend to denigrate a person's look with, because she was told not by her parents. Okay, what is going on? What are we talking about? We're going off on a tangent. Not you, Kirtana. No, you did not. Thank you. Oh my God. You didn't say anything. It was last hope. Okay. Okay, thank you. Because, at the end of the day, no, you did not. Thank God. I was like, trust me, stuff like that, you all, believe it or not, is what makes me kind of have I wouldn't say panic attacks, kind of panic attacks, and I won't sleep at night because, that would be a poor reflection on my character, right? And I'm not like that. I mean, look at me, for God's sake. I got a little bit of chub on me. Who am I to fat shame anybody, for God's sake, right? Thank you. You never wavered in what you knew from your sources. Blessed be. Once Cassie knew Gabby was dead, she knew Brian had done it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, honey. That's what I'm saying. See, forget about it. Forget about the fact that she's one of the Laundries, that the same blood runs in her veins and all that stuff. Even if her mother and father had kind of sidelined her, she should have done the right thing, the ethical thing, and she should have at least reached out to Gabby's parents and said, look, I'm so sorry. I do not know what's going on myself. I'm in the dark. I'm trying to find out. My parents are not telling me anything. I do apologize and, whatever, because that would be the right thing to do. And she's closer to age to Gabby than Brian's, than her parents, right? As a peer, at least, I don't know. Y'all, I'm telling you, the last hope said something. Oh, yeah, let's not do that, y'all. It's like, let's not talk about people's physical appearance and all that. I mean, let's not. That's... So, they are not together in the spiritual world, for sure. They will not be. Now, the weirdest thing that came through is, if anybody can confirm if Brian Laundrie had a mole on his upper back, or a mark or a scar or something, upper left back over here, right? Like here. Look at my pointer. Yeah, I'm using this, like literally here. Here you guys, I can't reach my back because I got the chub on. So yeah, if anybody can confirm that to me, I'm going to do a little something, y'all. Hang on. If I find that... Y'all, I'll tell you something. This is like probably TMI. But I was out today in the morning and I had errands to run and things to do. So I got dressed up. I wore this nice blouse and some nice trousers. And then I decided to, I had a personal reading and I had to put out Maya Milette's video. I couldn't even sit comfortably with those. It's fitted trousers. I couldn't even sit. I'm like, I'm just going to wear my jammies. I'm sure a lot of you ladies will kind of agree with me. There's something to be said about these loose-fitting jammies and loose-fitting trousers and all that, the comfort in it. Like, not everything has to be fitted and form-fitting. I call these my diaper butt jammies. I have a couple of shorts that I call them my diaper butt shorts because really it looks like you have a diaper butt. And I like it because it's not form-fitting, it's loose, it's comfortable, and it doesn't catch anywhere or anything like that. It's just comfortable. So you have no idea how I struggle sometimes. It's like when I want to do my readings and all that stuff, I don't want to be hampered. Like even wearing full sleeves and all, sometimes I don't because I feel like it interferes and I just want to be comfortable. I don't want to be worried about those things. So Mark was asking, he's like, only the upper part of your body you're wearing a nice blouse and why you're wearing jammies. I said, honey, you don't know. Problems, first world problems. Who's that? Denise, Pauline. Denise, thank you so much for your generosity. I do appreciate you. And of course, I appreciate you being here. Yeah, PJ pants are the best. You wear a diaper too? No, I don't wear diapers. I just call them diaper butt pants because it looks like a diaper from the back. Oh my goodness. Death conqueror. Oh, good Lord. Oh, and you say two. Okay, all right, I get it. Maybe you do, but no, I haven't reached that stage as yet. Thank God. What are you doing? The last hope, that comment is just wrong. Why would you say, okay, let's leave it, Misty Graham. Let's get on with it. Yeah, big girl pants. Yeah. Lotus Sea. Oh, thank you so much. I love that. Thank you, Lotus Sea, for your generosity. I do appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, I do call them diaper butt shorts, right? My kids are like, Mom, those shorts are so baggy. Why are you wearing it? I'm like, I don't care. It's comfortable. I just want to wear it. Not everything has to be form-fitting and skin tight and show every little curve and bump, right? No. Party pants, yeah. Yeah, see, LG understands. Yes, something over here around that, yeah. My launch pants, yeah. You know me and my gift with words, right? When I can say ding dong and dingleberry and all, I have to say diaper pants. I can't just say jammies and leave it at that. Oh my gosh. All right. And this I'm doing because of the spiritual aspect of it. It may not make sense to you guys, but we'll get to it. So just to give you a little background on this, Jenny Cooper says, I love coming to your channel. You are awesome to be around. Thank you so much. And thank you, Jenny. And thank you to all my subscribers and you folks who are here. You guys are such an awesome bunch. I so appreciate you all. Thank you. So just to give you a little background on this, this is a, where do I put the box? It's called the Gita deck, just to show you, okay? So it is based on the Bhagavad Gita, and the Bhagavad Gita is literally, if you translate it, it is the song of gods. That is literally what it means. And it is in Sanskrit, and like I said, Sanskrit is one of the oldest languages in Asia, India, and Sanskrit is to all Asian languages was what Latin is to the Western languages, right? So, as you say, the founding language, if you will. So the Bhagavad Gita, basically, it's not so much a Bible per se as it is a record of history and whatever mythology. People say no, there's no proof, whatever you want to say. It's a record of, well, for lack of a better term, let's just say it's equivalent to the Bible. Let's just say that, right? And this particular deck, it's almost like an oracle deck. You will be amazed at the messages you receive from this deck. Sometimes it will make absolutely no sense and you go, what is this supposed to mean? How does that connect? How does that correlate to what we're talking about? But when you go back and think about it, then it kind of comes to be, at least in my experience. So, and it is in Sanskrit as well. It is in Hindi and of course in English. And I will read it out to you guys. And I don't know how many of you are aware of it. Hinduism is the only religion in the world that you really cannot convert to. You're either born into Hinduism or not. You really cannot. There's no such thing as, you're a Christian or a Muslim and then you can convert to Hinduism. It really does. It isn't like that. You're either born into it or you're not. So that's one thing about Hinduism. Hinduism is also another religion that doesn't go out and actively seek people to convert. Because Hinduism feels that there's no need for you to convert per se. If you believe in it, you can believe in it from the outside as well. And Hinduism is a lot, it's not so much based on God said this and God said that and God said, this is my perception of the religion. Hinduism is all about spirituality. Hinduism is about culture. Karma. Hinduism about, what is above, so is below, what you sow is what you reap. That's the premise of the religion per se. It's not like God said this and therefore you shouldn't do this. Who's this now? Gloria Gloria Stephens. Thank you, Gloria. Oh, I love that little dancing icon. Thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you so very much. So Hinduism is all about, humanity and being available to mankind. What do I mean by saying being available to mankind? It's like just opening yourself up and understanding and being able to have that compassion for your fellow human beings and understanding what they might be going through, that sort of a thing. There's a lot about Hinduism that we can get into. I'm not promoting the religion per se, but I'm just saying, can you ask if there is some kind of evidence in the garden, please, like an engagement ring or something else? Yes, let me ask. Janet Akoran says, love to listen to you. Thank you so much. Yes, people, everybody hit the like button, people. I really appreciate if you would give me the thumbs up, because that really helps with the what do you call the analytics. And do subscribe. Please subscribe. Hit the bell icon so that when I post new videos, you all will get to know about it. Okay. I'm going to read it to you guys. It may not make any sense to you, but go and think about it, okay? Play it back and think about it. So I'm going to read it in Sanskrit, and I'm also going to read it in English, okay? It says, Punyo Gandha. Okay, let me restart. Punyo Gandha Prithvyam Ka Tejas Kasmi Vaibha Vasau Jivanam Sarva Bhutesu Tapas Kasmi Tapasvisu. And the translation is, it's all about the seed of creation, okay? And the translation is, I am the original fragrance of the earth. I am the heat and the fire and the life in all living things. I am the ascetic's inner spiritual fire. Know me to be the seed of all creation, original and eternal. I am the intelligence of the intelligent and the effulgence of all great and powerful persons. Let me hold it up, okay? So that, let me see. Okay, now how does this make sense to us? We have on many occasions discussed the fact that 700 watching tonight. Yay! Thank you so much. Yeah, the cards are beautiful, Jill. Thank you, Texas Patriot, for letting us know. Judy Woodbury, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so. Yes, Hinduism is a servant's heart. Believe it or not, it is. And guys, I want you to know I'm not promoting the religion. I'm just telling you what I know and my humble opinion. Okay. So what does this pertain to? You know how we talk about in the spiritual realm, whatever. There is, people think, okay, we are brought into this physical world, we live this life, and then we die, and then what happens to the soul and what that sort of a thing. There is no end to the soul per se. Even if you look at Hinduism, it's like for eons and eons. We call it the Yuga. Right now it's Kali Yuga. Yuga is not just a year or 10 years or a decade or 100 years. Yuga is a whole life cycle. Again, in simple terms, a whole period of time for existence of mankind. So it's like a whole from birth unto death of the existence itself on this realm. I don't know how else to explain it. So we don't necessarily die. And who are we? Like, are we all individuals? Are we all part of the universe? How do we connect? How do we relate? Everything. So when you look at the soul from its purest, in its purest form, or in its essence, there is no beginning, there is no end to the soul. The soul is an individual in and unto itself. When we come and take on the physical world or a physical form or a body, that is a physical form or a physical body, but the soul is independent, really independent of all of that, because the soul continues to live. The soul is the purest of itself, right? It's the purest form of existence. And when it says about fragrance, for example, let's just use that. I'm just going to go very lightly into this. What really makes fragrance? what is the most integral part of a fragrance? Okay, is it like all the different scents put together, or is it one particular scent? Or is it really a completely different ingredient that you absolutely need to enhance the fragrance of these other scents? Do you get what I'm saying? So, in a sense, we are all unique and independent of each other. Yet again, this independence and in this individuality cannot function and be alive on its own. We have to be able to amalgamate, blend, take part, participate in everything else, and find existence as a whole. Because as much as we are independent of everything, we are not really independent of everything. I don't know if I'm making any sense. You'll probably think this girl has gone completely cuckoo. She's talking something, you know. I promise I'm not cuckoo. Okay, Kamal the Clark. Thank you, Kamal. Oh, I love that. That is so cute. Lynn, welcome. She's afraid of her parents, especially her mother. Yes, she is. See, she feels very let down by her dad. You're so knowledgeable. I wish I knew half of what you know. I am learning. I'm a Native American and disabled vet, and I'm very spiritual. Any suggestions on books? Oh, girl, I could give you a whole bunch of things that you can read. First and foremost, as a vet, I want to say thank you for your services. I do appreciate you. Please know that, you know, all the sacrifices you people make. Thank you. And when you say vet, I assume you're it's not a veterinarian, but as a veteran soldier, correct? Yeah, let's be clear about that. So thank you so much for. And who else is that? Somebody else. Oh my goodness, I forget her name. How could I forget her name? Araceli? I think one of our real family members. I saw her picture, you know, those little picture thingies that we have here, and it shows that she's wearing camouflage, and she said, I'm going to be meeting my baby, her pet, in 8-9 months, and that's when it hit me that she's also in the military. So Araceli, I want to say thank you for your services as well. Thank you so very much. I'm glad you're able to join us. Be safe, okay? So somebody had a question about the ring, right? Let's ask. These cards are so intense, y'all. If you really, really want to focus on it, even if you look at it from a meditative perspective and just to improve your spirituality, there's so much to know. Who asked me? Gloria, do me a favor, Gloria. Send me an email, okay? Because I will forget, obviously. My email address is always in the description box. Just remind me that you wanted to know about some books or whatever, and I will definitely send it, because right now I won't know from the top of my head, okay? Let's ask about that ring. I got just one ace. I don't think it was an engagement ring. It was more like a promissory ring or a promise ring. Is that the right way of saying it? Yeah, it comes out more as a promise ring than an engagement ring. So I got two aces. Yeah. I don't know if it is a real proper engagement ring. She was more into him than he was into her. Remember I had said that I saw him giving somebody an envelope, like an envelope with some personal items. That envelope is going to have some key evidence. I don't know who has it, but whoever has that, they need to find that envelope. It has some key evidence. It could be an envelope, it could be a packet, it could be a bag, but there is something in that would really, really, really help evidence. Where are my cards? Where did my cards go? So what I'm seeing here is the Tower card, the Nine of Wands, the Lovers card, the Strength card, and the Eight of Cups. The Tower card, as we know very well, is a disintegration of an establishment. Disintegration could be an establishment, could be a business, could be a relationship, right? It's a disintegration or dissolving or dissolution of a kind of a contractual thing. Like I said, contracts could be relationships, could be agreements, could be buildings, could be actual towers, whatever. Definitely there is a disintegration. This is the end of this family, just so you know. We have the Nine of Wands. What exactly is the Nine of Wands, right? Nine of Wands is all about keeping and maintaining boundaries and being persistent. They're unable to maintain their boundaries anymore. It's all going to be busted. With the Lovers card, this has definitely got something to do with the relationship between the father and mother. They are themselves at the crossroads. I wouldn't be surprised if they part ways. Then we have the Strength card. The unity and the bond between the two of them is slowly dissolving. The mother is very, very, very close. This close to actually blowing up the whole thing, because she's like, I can't deal with this nonsense anymore. The mother is constantly blaming her husband, and she's saying, you did this, you should have done that, I told you to do this, I said we should do that, you never agreed, you never supported. And he's like, what are you talking about? You're the one who was driving from the very get-go. I did everything you asked me to do, and now you're blaming it on me? Because for her, she cannot accept the fact that her son is anything but perfect. So she's willing to put the blame on anybody, even if it is her own husband. So the father is like, I can't, with the Eight of Cups. Right? And what is the Eight of Cups? The Eight of Cups is withdrawal, moving forward, abandoning, and saying, I'm done, I'm so done, I'm burnt out, I'm over. So this is not a good thing for the family. This next 7 years, mark my words, next 7 years are going to be very, very crucial years for the family. They are in a spot where this family per se could be completely wiped out. What do we mean by wiped out? Are they all going to die? No. But it's like, that's basically the end of them. They'll never be able to recover from this. Okay, they never will be. No matter where they go, they're going to be pursued. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually get up and move to a completely different country. Hang on 1 second. Where are my other cards? Keep low. This is what I wanted. I don't know if this is the one I want to use. They're asking me to use this, and I was like, okay. Lynn M says, I finally get to watch you live. Thank you. I'm feeling better. I've kind of got over my jet lag. Finally, golly. Whew. I'm telling you, y'all, the older you get, no, seriously, I mean, I probably sound like an old lady now, but it's difficult to get out of these funky situations. Earlier and all that, I could, even until about 2-3 years ago, I was able to fly. Like, I used to do a lot of international travel, and I would bounce right back. Now it's getting a little difficult for me, you know. You guys are going to laugh if I show you this. Are you ready? With the book, there is definitely, and again, I read intuitively, just so you know. This is the Lenormand deck. Where did it go? Lenormand Oracle cards. This is this deck for all of those who are interested. There is definitely a book or a diary. Absolutely there is. Okay, as far as Gabby's possessions are concerned, they cleaned out all of that. I don't know what they did. They could have destroyed it or they've hidden it somewhere, but I don't know. They cleaned out all of that. This book, this diary, this note paper, this whatever, this almost like a confession is very, very, very key evidence. 6. Clouds. To me, that says that couple of things. There's still a lot hidden under the clouds. There are dark clouds hanging over them. And once that passes, then there is more clarity. The sunlight is able to come through and things are going to be cleared. I feel like the next couple of days, Rod, once we pass this moon in Aries, this full moon, things are kind of going to open up a little bit more. And remember that day I had said this case is going to take a 180 turn, and it sure enough did. I'm telling you all, once this cloud passes and we are past this full moon type of thing, and there are a whole bunch of planets that are coming out of retrograde. I had that sheet where I had written down which planets were in retrograde, and I think I must have thrown it off. Things are definitely going to kind of progress. Then you have the bouquet of flowers. Now people will be like, oh well, Kirtana, those are roses, it's a good sign. Well, I don't know. In my opinion, I don't think it is a good sign, because this bouquet of roses, it's almost like putting an end, like what do you know how you place a wreath on somebody's coffin? It's like that. It's almost like this is the end. This is the end for this whole family per se. Then we have this little one with the child, the innocence, the child, right? What are we doing with this? It's like this great need, this great urge to want to go back and refix things and start from scratch. They're not going to be able to do it because they have a mountain ahead of them. They're never going to be able to go back and erase things and start from scratch. It's not going to happen. Even Cassie, she's having that great need to want to go back and maybe relocate and start from scratch. No matter where she goes, no matter where she relocates, she's never going to be able to start from scratch, because this is always going to follow her. This is like a black cloud, like a shadow. It's always going to follow her. She is very afraid of her parents. Confused with the timing. Oh, who's this? Kamal, honey, here's the thing. Central Standard Time, so think Texas, okay? So right now it is 8:45 p.m. in Texas. So there you go. The mother, man, she is something else. Planted the mother, very instrumental in planting the seeds and very specifically wanting to grow things a certain way, meaning planting the seeds and trying to make the tree or plant grow in a particular way. Very particular, meaning she was very, very determined as to how this outcome was going to be. Again, this great need to want to start from the scratch, start from the beginning. It is impossible. They are not going to be able to do that. They are like, oh, and it could also mean that now they're having second thoughts, and hindsight is 2020. Oh, let's try and go back and recap from the beginning, and let's now speak the truth. Well, too bad. We have the clouds again. Then we have this guy, and then we have the book again. Again, a lot of obstacles in their way. Impossible. Very important key evidence. Very important key evidence. Very important. This family is done for y'all. This family is done. There's more evidence to come from Gabby's autopsy. You know, they have not disclosed everything. They're going to come forth with that. That's going to be a little shocking too. I wouldn't be surprised if toxicology comes back and says there was something in her body. I feel he gave her something and she was allergic to it. Oh my goodness, I cannot. Y'all, look at that. Look at that letter, y'all. And this fox. Dumb as a fox. Oh my God. Definitely, definitely, definitely he has given her something. And this fox's tree, this thingy almost reminds me of that place where they had put the tent, the trees. I don't know why. Look at that letter. That envelope. This means news is going to come, but this also means that something about that information is going to come forth. News is going to come, military. Yeah, the FBI is going to come back and they're going to dig again and say, okay, what happened to that information? Oh my goodness. This to me is equivalent to the Star card, but here it's saying like, yeah, this ideal scenario of, it's a perfect setting and everything is going to be fine is greatly questioned. Meaning that the ideal scenario that they had painted, like, we didn't have anything to do with it, we didn't know, no, it's all a big bust. Trying very hard to set sail and get away from it, move away from this. They're going to try very hard to move away from this whole nightmare. Impossible. They're not going to be able to do it. Lot of gossip and chatter, People are talking. This case, there's a lot of back and forth. The FBI is now going to start putting more pressure on the laundries. You watch. Same thing. It's like, nah, the wreath, the coffin, these lilies, these flowers. Yeah, I know it's roses here, but like I said, I read intuitively. It's like, no, we're going to set a bunch of flowers on the coffin now. Basically, we're going to finish this. Oh, look who pops up. This is an end. That literally is the flowers you put on coffins. Lot of obstacles for the laundries. Lot of obstacles. Poops hit the fan now. They're desperately trying to swim away and swim against the tide. It's not happening. Very, very harsh, whip and broom. They're definitely going to be beaten black and blue. Not physically, but taken to task. They're not going to be beaten physically, just so you know, taken to task. This thing keeps coming up again. My God, that and that envelope. Look at that. That evidence, y'all, that is the key evidence. A long, long road ahead of them. There's a fork in the road. Look at this fork in the road. They are now thinking whether they want to come clean, because they're hoping that if they come up now and say, oh, we are so sorry, we recant everything we said and this is the actual story that they're going to get away with. And the answer is no, because these are those cotton buds. It's like, the moment they go poof, it goes all into the ether and you're never going to be able to bring it all back and put it back in its pod. So it's like, one way or the other, you're screwed. Ooh. And the serpent, yeah. Again, that tree. You sow what you reap. Oh wait, you reap what you sow. Listen to me now. Yeah, it is your cross to bear, laundries, because you did it. It's your cross to bear, honey bunches of oats. So, let's just leave it at that with these fools. Okay, so let me read my thingy. Yes, you're Kamal. Thank you, Kamal. I appreciate your generosity. Thank you for being here with us. There is a missing journal that is Gabby's. It's a black journal. Is Brian's uncle a cop? Hi, main kid. He's an excellent meeting tonight. Is Brian's uncle a cop? I don't know, honey. I never heard of that, but let's ask. Let me see what. If I get like handcuffs or a gun or anything like that, then yes, it's a confirmation, but I'll ask. No, I got this little puppy dog. What breed is that? Is that a Sheltie? The Cogs? The owl. Information is coming. Information is coming. Somebody is definitely dedicated. This is almost like a dog with a bone. And the cogs, the wheels are turning, and information is coming for sure. Honey bunch. They have money for sure. Could be. You said she was or might be pregnant, but she wasn't. Couple medium reckon he's not dead. I do love your work and love. I said either she was pregnant or she thought she was pregnant. That's exactly my words. And I'm going to stick by what I saw at that time. That's what the cards showed me. That's what my guides were telling me. I'm not going to go back and recant it because they proved that it isn't. Then again, I'm going to say that, there's more to come from her autopsy. And I am never going to comment on any other psychic or medium's work or any other creator's work. I will, as a matter of principle, I will not comment. I will not recant or take back anything I have said, because once I put it out there in the universe, I'm not going to go back and erase it and say, well, that's not what I meant. I will never do that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll own it. That's just the way I am. At that time, that was a message I had received, and I remember very clearly saying, she is either pregnant or she thought she was pregnant. Those were my very words. If I have said anything different, please let me know. Then I will have to accept it and acknowledge it, okay? So, thank you for sharing that. And again, I say that all the time. I'm not the only psychic and medium in all of this universe. And other black book found Gabby's journal. Yeah, it could be that book. Other people, they get their own messages, right? It doesn't mean that all of us psychics and mediums get the same downloads, right? They may get other messages. I may get other messages. Who am I to say that their messages are wrong or they don't know what they're doing? That's not my job. Is not to police them. All I can do is share with you what I see and the downloads I get and what my guides are telling me, right? So I will never comment on any other person's work. It's just not right. It's just I can't do that. I'm sure there are a lot of I know for a fact that some mediums have actually come on my channel and they've been very supportive and they've been awesome, for which I will always appreciate. And there have been a couple of people who have kind of left some weird comments, and I go, what are you trying to say? That I'm wrong? Okay, fine, you're entitled to your opinion. It's all good. Another famous house for history books. Wait, what history books? Her black journal had been mentioned. Okay. Rebecca Place. Christopher Laundrie has two brothers, Brian's uncles. One brother has a son that is in law enforcement. Yeah, we were going to ask if somebody was in... Let me ask, is any of the Laundrie's family members in law enforcement? Oh my goodness. Yes. On the father's side, law enforcement connection on the father's side. Ooh, Love Win says, does New York cousin run at Nomadic Trek Twitter account? I don't know. I just want to also bring to your attention, somebody had left a comment that in one of my videos I had spelled Gabby Petito's name incorrectly. Instead of saying Petito, I had written Pepito. And she kind of got a little butthurt about it, and I was like, look, it's a typo. I mean, I fat fingered it, and of course I corrected it, and I don't know why this lady got all upset about it, but at least she sounded like her message read like she was upset. I was like, thank you for visiting, and I corrected it, of course. So when I make little mistakes like that, it's not that I'm being disrespectful, y'all. I genuinely, when you type fast or whatever, and God knows, right, me and my whatever, I made a mistake and I didn't catch it. So please know that I don't mean any disrespect that way. It's just literally a typo. And of course I corrected it. So she wasn't pregnant, but she had a Pinterest with marriage and baby pins. Okay. Bianca Bayas is your best. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys. 4, 5. Y'all, there is definitely very, very strong police connection in the family. Very strong. They have definitely used all kinds of influence. But here's a funny thing. At some point in time, public are not stupid. They're going to say, okay, what the hell is going on, right? And they'll have to take note, and they'll have to do the right thing and fix their boo-boos. That another famous house for history books. Okay, they can't hoodwink the public for so long. At some point in time, they're going to end up looking stupid, and it's clear as day that they are hiding something for these stupid people. So they're going to have to fix it. Otherwise, it's going to look very bad on them. It's like mud on their faces, right? So. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. What is that? Blue butterfly says, love your stance and things. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, I have to take ownership. I have to accept the fact that I said what I said, and, you know, I said what I said. I mean, how am I to, like... I can't go back and say, well, that's not what I meant. It's out there. How can I recant it? 8, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 71, 80 plus 16 is 96, 101, that's 2, and 2 is 100% money has been exchanged. They have given money to certain individuals. They've greased palms, lined pockets for assistance with this case. 100%. There is no doubting it. 100%, y'all. They have paid people. They have connections with the police. They have lined pockets. They have bribed people. 100%. 20, 30, 40, 50, 50, 50, 60, 70, 99, 87, 91, 96, 96 is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 is work, health. Yep. So one more thing I'm going to say with regards to their connections with the police department. There is somebody in the police department who has all of a sudden taken leave, saying that their health has taken a whatever. And that is the person who's going to slowly start distancing himself from this whole case. Guess why? That's why. Because that person is connected. Wait, definitely not a conflict of interest at all, even though it may appear to be. I use my Parent uncle's lawyer all the time for legal matters. Okay, I don't know. Please leave so he will not be. What is going on? Who's Chela H? Oh, I see Chela H. Chelly H. Chelly H, thank you for visiting my channel and my live stream. If you are a true empath, then, and if you think this is all bah humbug, why are you even wasting your time, right? Be confident in the fact that you are a true empath and keep moving on, okay? I'm not here to question you and your abilities, and I would appreciate it if you don't. If you don't believe, you don't believe. There's enough space for all of us in this universe. But please don't come on to my channel and start doing all this nonsense, okay? Right? If I really want to question your abilities, I can do, but I don't even care. It doesn't matter to me whether you're a true empath or not. It doesn't matter to me. So why do you care? All right? I wish you all the very best, and bye, Felicia. Roxy Trim says Chele is a naughty girl and should not be here. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, that's what I'm saying, right? You know, everybody has their own way of looking things, right? I mean, if you're so confident about your abilities as an empath, why would you even care whether what I'm doing is right or wrong, or if I'm full of BS? Like, why would you even care, right? You'd be like, okay, this one is full of BS, and you'd move on. You'll have a good laugh and move on. But the fact that you're staying here and saying, I am a true empath and all that, like, whatever, lady, go live your life. You know, there's enough space for all of us in this world, and you do your thing, chica, and I'll do my thing. I'm not offending you. Okay, honey, bye. Okay, so I'm going to pick at this. Hang on, everybody, hang on. Chele Head says, I'm not offending you. I'm saying that if he is gone weeks ago, why is everyone saying he's alive? Who is everyone? Do I really give a flying fiddlestick of everyone and what everyone is saying? I don't. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Why don't you go and ask everyone? Am I the one who's saying he's alive? No, I'm not. So Chele H, now you're pissing me off. Now it's clearly evident that you're here to cause chaos and nothing else. Now I'm going to tell you to bugger off. Yes, I said bugger off, because I'm done being polite and respectful. So bye, Felicia. Oh, Amber, thank you so much for your generosity. Oh, you are very, very, very graciously, you know, and generous with your compliments. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for trusting in me enough to know that what I'm doing, it comes from a good place. I mean, I'm not here to take anybody for a ride. Like I said, if I have made a mistake, I'll own it. I have no problem owning it, right? And again, I will never go back and recant and say like, oh, this is not what I meant, that's not what I meant. Once I put it out there, I put it out there. That's it. So, does everyone remember how Kirtana said straight away that other bodies will be found that were missing? Remember, Kirtana, you said, yeah, I did. Yes, 2 or 3 missing bodies, and that happened to thing, right? I've wanted to do a reading for that couple, the 2 ladies, and I never got to do that, but I will. Jenny Lombardi says, bugger off, Felicia, and she's clapping hands. Tainted meat goes whoop whoop, Kirtana ran, wondering if there would be one tonight. We all love your truth and honesty. Well, here you go. We have to have a little bit of a rant. What is my video without a rant? See, that's the thing, y'all. That's the most important thing I say, you know. And this is one thing I tell my kids also. I always tell them, and I've taught them from the very beginning. we as a people, right, as human beings, for the most part, most of us, we are so wrapped up in comparing, ourselves to the Joneses, or trying to keep up to the Joneses, or looking at somebody else from the outside and saying, okay, what are they doing? How are they doing it? No, they're doing it wrong. Look at, these are their mistakes. These are their flaws. Why the heck do you want to waste your energy worrying about how somebody else is doing their stuff? Why? How is that going to help you? How is that going to assist you? How is that going to benefit you? How is that going to enrich your life? Why don't you take that energy and turn it around and focus it on yourself and say, how best can I improve myself? What aspect of my life is it that is lacking some fine tuning, and why not focus that energy on myself and fine tune? Why am I constantly worried about somebody else? That's their problem. I can't control them, so why do I even worry about it? I'm not going to waste my energy on something I can't control. The one thing I can control is myself, so I'm going to focus all that energy on myself, and I'm going to fix myself and make sure I do the best I can and be the best person I can. And if I'm going to compete with anybody, I'm only going to compete with myself. Why should I compete myself with somebody else? Why should I compare myself to somebody else? Because we're all unique. Each and every one of us are incomparable. We are all unique human beings, right? There is no need for us to compare ourselves with anybody. If you really need to compete yourself with anybody, don't go and compete with the Joneses. Compete with yourself. Try and be the best person you can be. So why worry about all that? If I'm so busy wondering and looking and saying, oh, look at them, how there are some people like that. What's to say that you don't have all those flaws? That's the issue. We want to deflect the flaws within ourselves and not acknowledge it, and therefore we focus on somebody else because we want to deflect that, right? Don't do that, man. Own it. Go fix yourself first. About reading with for Brian. What is that, Texas Patriot? What was that, honey? I missed it too. Rebecca P says, Texas, can you repost your comment about a reading with for Brian? What was that? I'm curious to know. When them glasses come off though. Less drama, better karma, yeah. Thank you, Laurie. Yeah, that's true. People will try to detract you. Did the Laundries know that Brian had killed himself when they brought the car back to their house prior to notifying the police? Okay, so let me recant what I said, or rather not recant, reiterate what I said. Recant is not the right word. So this is the scenario. So they exchanged phone calls. He called up and he's like, oh my God. And whoever answered the phone, somebody... Monique has given me all these hugs and everything. Thank you, and the hearts. Thank you. So somebody else, all the purple and red hearts. I love it. So back and forth. Nikki Lou says, oh, thank you. I love those little dolly thingies. They are so fun. By the way, my favorite cartoon character, just as an FYI, is Tweety. So whenever I see little things like that, I think of Tweety. And it's funny the number of Tweety thingies I have lying around. I haven't yet opened this. Case in point, Tweety. And every year Mark gets me those little stickers, decals for my car. I have my Equestrian Federation and Jockey Federation of America, the stickers on my car. I don't put any other stickers. I don't like it. And then I'll have a Tweety decal or a sticker on my car. Every year I get that done. And weirdest thing, every year, after about 10-11 months, it just vanishes. I think when I take my car for car wash and all that soap and all, after a while they put all that spray and all that, it dissolves the sticky substance and it falls off, and I never find it. So anywho, so I love those little dancing thingies. So what was I saying? Yeah, so he first made a phone call to them and he's like, oh my God, that happened. And whoever answered the phone on the set, which is his father, hung up the phone because he's like, what is this gibberish? Because it was so bizarre, so out there. He called up again and the father answered the phone, and that's when it was like, oh shoot. and everything started kind of like unraveling then. And he's like, okay, hang up the phone, go get this other phone, buy this burner phone, do that, go there and give me a couple of hours, I'll call you back because I'm going to do. So a lot of that coordination happened and all that stuff happened, right? So when he came back, and he he actually face to face with his parents, and he told them exactly what happened. He didn't tell them anything more than what he thought they needed to know. And what he pitched at them, Pamela Capozzoli. Thank you, Pamela. I appreciate you. Thank you so very much. Thank you for joining us. That's the most important thing, right? So what he told his parents is, oh my lord, it was an accident and she got mad at me, I got mad at her, it was a moment of madness or whatever. But he actually thunk about it. It wasn't a moment of madness, it wasn't a moment of weakness, it wasn't a moment where he lost his temper. Okay, it wasn't like that. It was 100% premeditated. I'm telling you that. Because when he hit her first with that big stone or the rock over here and she fell and she turned and she looked at him, he had opportunities to stop. He did not. He continued to strangle her. When you strangle somebody, you don't die instantly. It is a scuffle. It is a struggle. It is a little bit of a, struggle, right? He had at least about 60 to 90 seconds to stop and say, oops, I'm sorry. He didn't. He continued. He wanted to finish it. He was so done. He was done with it. I'm done. So I don't want to have anything, because by then his rage had built up so much for her. Forget love, forget she's my girlfriend, forget she's my fiance. It was like that rage was unbelievable for him. And he just wanted to wipe her out. He was done with it. One more thing I want to say is, so when he came back and then they all went to the wilderness, right? The reserve, whatever you call that. And they sat and they spoke and they figured out what to do, how to do this, that and the other and all that. Okay, we'll do this, we'll do that and everything. That's when he basically told his parents that I know I'm screwed, and the parents, they all concurred. He's screwed, he's done for. Forget about getting the death sentence. He's definitely going to go to prison. He's done for. And he begged and pleaded, that, I need 2 days. I need 2 days just to be by myself. This is my last bit of freedom before I'm put away forever, and then I will come back and I will turn myself in. The plan was originally to turn him in and to claim insanity and to claim psychiatric whatever, to completely avoid the death penalty. I don't know again the rules and regulations as far as Florida is concerned. I'm sure, right? Some of you all will know. Even California, I don't know whether death penalty is active, because Larry Melete, I was thinking about that, so I don't know, I have to look it up. And they were like, okay, fine, this is his last stint, last flight of freedom to live as a free man, let him do what he does. And they had decided that if you don't come back, look, we'll come back and pick you up in a couple of days, and whatever. And something transpired, either he called them or something, or he didn't respond. That's when they realized that he was gone. So I do feel that that's how the whole thing went down. Did I answer your question? I hope. So I feel like they had a vague feeling that he was suicidal, but they also felt confident that he was not going to do it, because she's like, he's my son, he's not going to do it. He's my son wouldn't do anything like that. She was so confident that she had spoken to him and put sense in his head that he was not going to kill himself. Because for her, as much as she didn't want her son to be in jail, she was like, I'd rather see him in jail and use an insanity case or whatever that is and do that than have him die. So that completely derailed her when he offed himself. Kamal C. Thank you, Kamal. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay. Lovewind says, Laurie Miller, I became interested in the energy issue when I started having visceral reactions to persona, dream messages, tip of the tongue, word messages, migraine headaches, warnings, toxic energy. Yeah, I got to protect yourself. Wyoming has a death penalty where she was murdered. Are you on Instagram? I am not on Instagram. Well, am I on Instagram? I think I am. I should. Girl, I have to look at it. John Wall says she was beaten with a rock. Yeah, she was. I think I said that in my first reading. So Brian must have been dead already even before they found Gabby's body. I don't know about the timeline though. so I couldn't answer that question. Brian's remains are being sent to an anthropologist. Block him. Okay, who are we blocking? Some crazy people, by Felicia type of people. It would be Wyoming, and yes, Wyoming has a death penalty. So you know about the rock too. Yes, she fell. Okay. Re-asking the question. Somebody asked if you could connect with Brian. Good question. Can we get info from him now that he's gone, or do you prefer to only connect with the victims? I would never. Okay. So as far as I'm concerned, that's channeling, Texas Patriot, right? That was your question. So when I channel, I really, if I say I want to speak to Brian, and if I channel, there's no guarantee that he's going to step forth. There's no guarantee that anybody is going to step forth. Whatever energy comes through, comes through. Okay? It's my job to make sure that I protect myself from negative energy. That's the only control I have, is to protect myself and block negative energy. So there have been times where, like how many times, even with that Tristan Bailey's case, I was talking about, what's her killer's name? That Fauci kid. And I was actually talking about him, but I kept saying the word Tristan Bailey, because she was knocking on the door. She's like, I want to come through. I want to come through. So things like that happen. I haven't specifically channeled Brian, but I can try now. We'll see. I can use a pendulum and see. What's up, honey? Oh. Give me a second. I can see. Is everything okay? Yeah. Okay. Kelly Moran says, thank you, Kelly. I appreciate you. I need my glasses for this. I need my glasses and I need my little looking glass. Yeah. Okay. I'll tell you why I pulled those in a bit, but let's go and ask. Is Brian's energy with us here? Is Brian Laundrie's energy with us here? Is Brian Laundrie's energy with us here? Brian Laundrie, is your energy with us here? Show me clearly. Is Brian Laundrie's energy with us? No, y'all. Thank you. Is Gabby with us here? Is Gabby's energy with us here? Is Gabby's energy with us here? Show me clearly. Is Gabby's energy with us here? Is Gabby's energy with us? Nope. Sorry, y'all. Thank you. Sorry. Times are ticking for sure. For some reason, I was driven to pull some coins, and let me show you what I did, what I got. Hang on. You see that? It's like a little old school timepiece, right? I got 2 T's. This is going to make some sense. I'm unable to connect the dots right now, but it'll come later. If any of your, so we have T, T and D. So somebody let me know. So unfortunately, I'm unable to connect with either Gabby or with Brian. It does happen. Sometimes the energies don't want to step forward. They just don't want to. And when they do, they have like, oh my God, a whole bunch to say. So it is what it is. Let me do, where are my cards here? Like this. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. Okay. 5 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, the Star card, 7 of Wands, 3 of Wands, the Fool, Ace of Wands. With the 5 of Pentacles, definitely the feeling of being left out in the cold. I'm talking about Brian right now. He definitely felt that he was being left out in the cold, obviously. But with the 9 of Swords, you know, as I say that, with the 9 of Swords, definitely there was this feeling of nightmare, grief, depression. Yes, he was very, very rattled because he was not going to go to jail. He was not going to go to jail. He was like, screw this. Why the hell should I go to jail? Why should I be there? Wait, truth to death. Oh my goodness, somebody figured it out. TTD. Could be. Take the truth to the grave. Could be. Because I couldn't make out what that meant. So anyhow, thank you. Who posted that? Gray screen. Could be. The Star card says, you know, I always am, should be the star. I always should be the star. I should be the center of everything. And look how my life has turned around. I cannot afford to have the spotlight taken away from me. Hang on 1 second. Yeah, look. I cannot afford to have the spotlight taken away from me. There is one person in the Laundrie family who was always of the opinion that someday this boy is going to do something stupid. Someday this boy is going to do something stupid. That one person in their family, I don't know who it is, an older, more mature person, someday this boy is going to do something stupid, and now they're saying, I told you so. Then we have the 7 of Wands. What is the 7 of Wands, right? The 7 of Wands is all about self-defense, trying to take protection against, you know, enemies, against competition, is trying to defend your position, right? And then we have the 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands is about teamwork, commerce, expansion, and travel. And then we have the Fool card and the Ace of Cards. So definitely this fellow went through some ups and downs emotionally. He did not want to end up in jail. He knew very clearly he wasn't going to survive in jail. He was also very concerned for his safety if he went to jail, because he knew he was going to get bumped off by somebody in jail. And him and his parents, they They did. They did talk about it for quite a bit. They said, it's okay, we'll make sure that we transfer you out of that prison, we'll take you somewhere place safe. We have people in the police department who we know, in law enforcement who we know. Don't worry about it, it'll be a temporary fix. We will make sure we get you out of there. We will do whatever we need to get you out on psychiatric thing, put you in a psychiatric ward. At least that way you'll have some freedom, and this, that and the other, you'll be safe. And he was like, okay, fine, okay, fine, okay, fine. But at the back of his head, he knew it was not going to happen. And he felt his mom was being like really foolish and really being very innocent and thinking that he was going to get away with it. He knew for a fact that he was not going to get away with it. He knew for a fact that he could not claim insanity. That was not going to work. And he basically offed himself. Ace of Wands. He's like, I'm done. This is the only choice I have. And as keeping intact my masculinity and staying true to myself, I'm going to make this decision and I'm going to off myself. Oh, weird guy. I get a weird feeling about him. He took a lot of pride in his physical endowment, if you know what I mean. He was very, oh God, I was about to use a word just now and that would have been like something else already. But he was very, what's the word? All about his masculinity, and he took a lot of pride in what he was blessed with. Not everyone with autism is so obvious anywhere relate to the protectiveness of his parents. Okay, who's autistic now? Okay, something. Autistics are very rarely killers. I don't think they are. I agree with you. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychiatrist, so I don't know. But he certainly had some issues. There was no doubting that. Separate reading for whom? Thanks. I know all about both. My son is autistic. That's why I asked. Two questions separately, not together. What was that, honey? What was your question? I didn't catch autism at all during the police videos. No, he wasn't autistic. Thank you, Norma. Yes, thank you. Nikki, you're right. Yeah, that's true. The last hope. I agree with you about New York. Yes, yes, absolutely. She's more at peace now. See, Gabby went through her, this is one thing I wanted to share with you guys, okay? When I did channel her, she went through this phase of why, but why, Brian, why? And then she went through this phase of I can't stand him, I can't stand him. And then she was finally at like, I have no emotions for him. Yeah. No apathy, no hatred, no love, no anger, no animosity, no nothing. It was like over, done. No more. But she also was pretty determined. She said, I'm going to come for you. I'm going to take you down. I'm going to take you down. I'm going to take you down. Maybe it was his demons who came, her playing in his mind that made him off himself. So, very unfortunate, completely avoidable people. Okay, let's do this. Yes, he did have some scratches on his body because Gabby very definitely showed me that he did have scratches and because she fought. And one more thing I'm going to say, if they did the autopsy and they tried to get, if they had anything under her fingernails and all, they would have found his DNA. Brian is grieving, not guilty. Yeah, how convenient. I am actually going to do a video for that couple from Moab. I'm going to do it. Moab, however you say it. They are definitely going to face charges, 100%. Exactly. Why would he feel guilty? If he didn't kill Gabby, he shouldn't feel guilty, right? Nikki B says, night folks, it's 3:23 a.m. here. Alright, good night, Nikki. See, that's the thing, y'all. I also, when I do personal readings and private readings, like people will be like, well, I want to know if my grandma or my grandpa or somebody has anything to say with me. Y'all, one thing I'll tell you, if there is any psychic, any medium who's like, oh yeah, you want to talk to so-and-so, hang on 1 second. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I wouldn't buy it. I'd get up and walk away. And I'll tell you why. Again, this is my humble opinion. See, they have their own, you have to respect the fact that sometimes they are not interested in communicating with us. They got other things to do. They want to communicate with somebody else, or they just don't want to communicate because, like, I don't give a flying fiddlestick. I have nothing to say. Leave me alone. They just don't want to communicate. You can't pick up the phone and dial and say, well, Grandma, Kirtana wants to talk to you. You better get on the phone and better. Grandma will say, well, you know, F off or bye Felicia, right? So, and sometimes the person who you really want to connect and you were hoping you'd connect to may not be the one who wants to come forward. It could be grandpa, it could be your cousin, it could be Aunt Rose, it could be Uncle Michael, or, you know, our neighbor John's grandmother or something like that. So there is no guarantee that a specific individual is most definitely going to come through. Another thing that I've noticed in readings is people have asked me, well, is anybody coming through for me? Well, if they did, I would have known by now and I would already tell you. People will come up and say random names, random names, or they'll give me a picture of a specific item, a car, a motorbike, a leather jacket, a hat, a wristwatch, or some piece like that. And they'll be like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what it is. Keychain. And I asked this one lady, I said, is there a keychain? And I described the keychain, and she goes, no, there's no keychain, like her dad's, whatever. And then after about 10 minutes, she must have been thinking, she comes back and she says, oh my God, absolutely, yes, I have that keychain. So when things like that happen, it is almost like giving us a, reassurance or a guarantee or some proof that this person is really who you want to connect with, and this person is really your uncle, your dad, your father, your whoever, and they're coming through and they want to talk. I've also had cases where the neighbor will come through and the neighbor has something to say. I don't know. Well, I don't know anybody by that name. No, that's not my uncle, that's not my aunt, that's not my father or mother. Oh, it's my neighbor. When I was living in that city 10 years ago, it was my neighbor, he or she passed. So there is no guarantee. And of course, if I channel him and if he does come through, and I got a whole bunch of questions for him, y'all, let me assure you. I definitely got a whole bunch of questions for him. But I will tell you one thing also, as far as Brian is concerned, he is not, karmically, his soul is not again, for people who believe in this stuff, because I do, his soul has completely lost its not lost its purpose, but lost its opportunity to redeem himself for what he has done. Because I will tell you this about Brian, this is not the first lifetime where he has taken life. It is not. He is not an old soul. He is not. He is going to go through this cycle again a couple of times before he learns his lesson. He definitely is going to go through a couple of cycles like this. So that's what I have to say. And what else we got? Do you all have any questions? Because my energy is kind of depleting now. I don't want to just blank out. I was listening to Brian Laundrie update and okay, I saw that. The lawyer said something to, okay, I saw that. Could you try and connect? Okay. Yes, I'm going to do one for that couple in Moab. I think I'll do it tomorrow. Yes, I will. You're welcome, Patty. Rantings tonight. They were mini rants, right? Yes, I will do that. Kind, I will definitely do a reading for them. On the Leave the Laundries Alone page on Facebook explains everything. You all should go really? I didn't even know they had a page like that. I want to go see it now. Kimberly Christian, thank you for letting us know. Thank you for sharing that. Leave the Laundries Alone. I want to see what that is. Dorothy Ramsey says, I recently found you and this is the first time I've caught your life. I love your energy, your personality and your aura. Thank you so much. I appreciate you and welcome to our family, real family. Then I have, I live in Candyland. I'll meet you there sometime. Yes, we all have the same God. We all do, really, we do. We just have different names for him. No. So, Nikki, does Gabby and does Brian have a karmic bond from other past lifetimes? I don't see it. He, however, has a karmic lesson that he needs to learn and he has not yet learned it. This is not the first time that he has taken a life in his karmic journey. This is not the last time he's going to take a life. He is going to go through 7 more such life cycles before he learns his lesson. As far as him and Gabby are concerned, this was a one-off thing. They met. She was one of the 7 lives that he was meant to take. But other than that, in my knowledge, based on my observations, based on what I do, I channel, I spiritual, whatever, I don't see it. If anybody else sees it, then, they are entitled to their opinion. Kelly Smith, I have some on my list, the Evansdale, yeah. Where fiddlesticks fly and we wear diaper jammies. Hey! You know it. See, that's the thing. He's taking the easy way out instead of facing his karma. So, unfortunately, your soul has to learn that lesson. If your soul is not willing to learn it, nobody can help you. You have to go through this. Okay. I'm going to read that, Leave the Laundries Alone. I'm going to read that. I doubt that Brian lied to them. I feel that he may not have disclosed everything. He must have just said that it was an accident. Will you post your Instagram? I will. I don't even know if I have anything on my Instagram account. I don't even go on there, so I probably have to get active on it. But I think I should. Girl, this just managing this on my Facebook page is like, oh my God. So I really have to be like diligent about it. So I haven't really posted anything on Instagram. I'm going to start doing that. We had 2 trolls today. Oh, I thought I only saw 1 troll. I stay off Facebook. It emits negative energy onto me. I got to be careful who I'm around. Okay. Oh, I didn't know we had 2 trolls. I thought only 1. Oh, well. He died by suicide. I don't believe it. Where is the aluminum framed backpack with the waistband? Y'all, this is another thing I want to bring to you. Remember I kept on and on and on about that? No, that's not right. I didn't go on and on and on. Remember I mentioned the backpack? That was so prominent in that reading, that video I did, this backpack thingy. I even drew a weird sketch of it, and God knows my drawing skills are so awesome, right? What are the odds that backpack has become a pivotal thingy over there, right? As far as evidence is concerned. Yes, the Laundries did not answer the phone. He is an empty lost soul. Okay, y'all, just so you know, I have to be honest with y'all. I mean, my energy is depleting. let me just, end it here. Thank you so much, every one of you, for being here. I do appreciate you all. My energy is really depleting. I've done live streams for 3 hours and even 4 hours, but my energy is like, I'm done for whatever reason. So I do appreciate each and every one of you for your contributions in terms of monetary contributions, and for your contributions of your time and your comments and being here, and this back and forth, this exchanging opinions and ideas and comments, and hey, this information, that information, sharing information. I so appreciate it. Every one of you, thank you so very much. I really, really appreciate you all. For all you newcomers, thank you for visiting the Real channel. Please do hit the subscribe button. Please welcome, be a part of our family, and hit the bell icon so you're notified, and give me the thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And for all the existing members of the Real family, thank you once again for being here. I do appreciate you all. You all know I shoot straight from the hip. It doesn't necessarily go down very well for some people, but I can't be anybody else but myself, right? That's the only control I have. I can only be my true self. So here you go. This is it. Okay, thank you so much. Emma Petrovic says, thank you so much. Emma, I appreciate you. Oh, I can tell when you're tired. Yeah, I'm kind of totally depleting. Thank you so much, Texas Patriot. All of y'all. Let's be real. Yes, yes. Stevie Counts. Yes. Laurie Miller, Kathleen Shane. You guys, if I miss out your names, Blue Butterfly, nobody loves Colton. Why Colton? I'm sure everybody loves Colton. And McGillis, Barbara Rosen, Lucinda, Araceli. Araceli, I'm so glad to see you. Silverstones, thank you so much for your contribution and for being here. I appreciate you. Crystal Pink, thank you. Good to see you. Scout Inquirer, thank you, honey, for being here. Big hugs to you. Queen of Wands, thank you. Yes, a Fury Sagittarian. And according to the Chinese horoscope, I'm a fire horse, so go figure. At least that's what I'm told. Cynthia, nice to meet you too. I don't know, Trina Clark is telling Laura to leave us alone, so that must be the other person who is, we need to say bye Felicia too. I don't know, I have to go back and look at the thing. It's okay, these trolls, let them be, they'll get on. They'll go find something else more interesting. Oh, I love all of that. Love wins, all those olive thingies. And where do y'all find all those emojis, y'all? Sandy Harris, thank you, Sandy. Okay, y'all, I'm going to say over and out. Is it 10-4? Jan P, thank you for the live. Okay. 10-4. All right. How about that, y'all? Afro-Human. Thank you, honey. Good night. Real family. All of y'all take care. And if any of y'all are feeling a little bit heavy because of such readings, I encourage you to do your own little cleanse, even if you have to sage yourself or anything like that. Do a little cleanse. If you don't have sage, if you don't have access to any of that, just say a prayer, okay? Just say a prayer and say you don't allow any negative energy in your space, or go take a shower. And while you're in, not a bath, shower, because you want to rinse off any negative energy, and just say a little prayer and say that, you know what, I don't welcome any negative energy in my aura. If you have holy water, just use that, whatever. If you have nothing, just say a prayer, okay, and go to bed, because these things can get a little heavy on us, okay? Thank you so much, you all. Take care. Much love to all of you all. Bye, okay? All right. Good night, everybody. Remember, next Friday we are going to have another one of those, another one of our live streams, okay? Bye for now, everybody. Take care. All right. I'm logging out. Ending stream. Good night. End it.